You started.
Have I? Yeah. So we need to put the audio. Okay. Toda kutenda Mwari kuti tasangana zvakare for another episode on marriage clinic. Regai ndikudze Mwari kuti God has enabled us to be here. I'm just waiting for some people to give me a signal that they are there. If you just tune in, just indicate, just type marriage clinic, or just type marriage is a beautiful thing. Indicates where you are watching from. Yeah, it's important that we interact. We are waiting for you so that we may take off. We are waiting for you. It's a blessed day today. It's a wonderful day that the Lord has given to us. Inyasha dzamwari kuti tinge tiri pano. So tinokudza Mwari manhero anokutenderwa kuti tinge tiri pano as we proceed. Mwari ngatichengete, Mwari ngatikomborere. It's another episode that we have today as we proceed from what we were discussing last week. Last week we touched on a subject yandakafunga kuti Mwari wakatikomborera, and I want to thank you for your feedback. We got a lot of feedback from all over. Thank you so much, those who are encouraging us. Thank you so much, those who are praying for us. Thank you so much. May God be with you. It's also, I'm also excited to have my Maria once again in this episode. May I give you this opportunity so that you may greet our viewers all over the world.
Makadi Wadikani, thank you for tuning in.
Thank you so much. Today we want to touch on a different subject that we want to touch on today. Toda kuti tirambe tichingodzokorodza kuti marriage clinic is meant to strengthen our marriages, to deal with our marriages, to revive our marriages. Patiri kutenda Mwari kuti we can have happy marriages, and we believe God that marriage can be a happy place. Inofarwa, unonzwa kudzikama in the marriage. Thank you those who are tuning in. Thank you so much. You may indicate where you are watching from, or just type marriage clinic, or tag someone, invite a friend so that they may come aboard as well. So marriage clinic, it's a therapy to our marriages. It's a therapy to our marriages where we are believing God that we may live peacefully, we may live happily in our homes. Kana kuine ma-storms, kana kuine ma-squabbles, kana kuine ma-challenges, marriages can be repaired. People can talk over issues, and they can forgive each other, and they can move on. Zvinhu zvotofamba zvakanaka. Hakusi kuti pakaitika storm, ndosaka makanzwa tichitaura nyaya dzekuti holding on in difficult times. We still believe kuti there could be difficult times dzinokwanisa kuita okay in our marriages, but people can still move on happily. So we believe in God for that possibility, and we are believing God kuti marriages kana tikaisa effort as couples. It takes two to tango. Even when we teach things from here, it's usually easier when these things, they are implemented by both of the couples. It takes two to tango. Zvinogona kusabuda nyatsoita zvakanaka kuti wani ange ari kuisa effort mumarriage, achiisa effort, umwe ari kuita as a passenger or a spectator. So if both can do that, it will help as well. So invest in your marriage. Invest in your marriage. take time to listen, to counsel. Kudhara ndaifunga kuti munhu anoda counseling mumarriage ndo munhu anenge aine maissues, kana kuti munhu anoatenda marriage clinic ndiye anenge aine maissues. Then I later realized kuti munhu atori nemarriage iri right ndiye anotonida counseling yekumaintaina the happiness that is there. So marriage counseling or kuatenda marriage clinic, it doesn't mean kuti marriage yako haina kumira zvakanaka kana zvinotoreva kuti uri munhu ari wise who may need counsel yekuti in this happiness that we have tinoita sei kuti happiness yatiinayo isatorwe. Thank you so much those who are continuously coming aboard. Just type a comment, just type marriage clinic, just type marriage is a happy place, so that you may continue to interact. Apologies, I have not yet seen your comments. If you're commenting, just keep commenting. It's okay, it's all right. Invite a friend, invite someone so that we may interact. So we were saying attend a marriage clinic or having counseling, it doesn't mean that things are not well. Okay, marriage can not be well in order for counseling, but counseling no gonna kutongoitwa kuti tibatsirei kuti mufaro watinawo kuti usatorwe kana kuti usapere, kuti phase yatinayo yekufarai, how can we maintain it, how can we lengthen it. Zvinobatsira izvozvo. And most importantly, kune chinhu chinonzi grace. Grace sustains marriages above kuita zvakanaka, actions that we may take kuti marriages aite zvakanaka, but kune chinhu chinonzi grace. We should always seek this grace from the Lord kuti zvinhu zvedu zvitifambire zvakanaka. Today we are dealing with another subject that we have titled Embracing Differences in Marriages. Embracing differences in marriages. Allow me at this particular time kuti ndisiyire nguva kuna mai Maria watitsanangurire kuti watiparurire the theme that we have for today. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Okay. So maybe I'll just start by defining the word embracing, because we are saying embracing differences, embracing each other's differences in our marriages, and embracing to accepting something or someone willingly.
Okay.
Willingly. Yes, willingly.
All right.
You are adopting to someone's way of thinking willingly, or you are taking up something willingly. That's embracing. So you're saying we want to adopt, we want to accept our differences.
Okay.
So when we're talking about embracing differences, we're talking about accepting our differences.
Okay. Yes. Acknowledge
that we are different, and we accept that willingly.
All right. All right.
That's embracing.
Saka kubvuma kuti takasiyana.
Yes.
Okay.
Kubvuma kuti takasiyana. We are different. And being different mu marriage azvino kuti pane anything chiri wrong.
Okay.
It doesn't mean that if you are different, there's something wrong.
Okay. Okay.
Zvinenge zvitori right zvakadaro. Why? Because why the difference is now? It's because pekutotangira chaipo everyone, even mutori vakadzi mese makamira muri chena hamufe makafanana. You are different. Even
mukaita same sex, but still you are different.
You are different. Kusiyana kwacho mazita edu kokutoti anonzi nhingi anonzi nhingi. It means kuti we are different people. Even at the same sex, even at vana vamai one.
We are different.
We are different. You behave differently. If you look at your kids, if you have kids, you can have 2-3 kids. You look at their behaviors and they're actually different.
Same
but they're under the same roof.
Same father, same mother.
Because everyone is created unique.
Okay.
We are just different people. Right? Then kutoti murume mukadzi. Definitely we'll see differences as well. Right. Why? Because you are male, I'm female. So those differences even in marriages will always be there.
Okay.
Even in generally
Life.
in life,
Mhm.
there will always be differences between one person and another.
Right.
And now you are in a marriage, you've come together to become one. You are one, yes.
Right.
But oneness, yacho,
Absolutely,
it doesn't mean that you are now
similar.
yes, the same. Yeah. You are one, but you are different.
Mm.
Right.
Okay.
Then the other thing you need some
Tineketa nyama imeka.
nyama imwe. Yes, but still we are different.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
why mumwe achinzi baba mumwe achinzi amai. Mumba macho.
Don't
Tichitori nyama
nyama
imwe,
imwe.
hatichatonzi tese tirana baba.
Because
we are
they still carry the different titles.
Yes, we still carry the
So
different titles. Tiri nyama
in
one.
our being one flesh,
Yes,
we are still different.
We are still different. Because being one flesh doesn't mean that tautoti pautofunga kuti rega ndidye sadza uya tofunga kuti ndidye sadza. No. It doesn't follow.
Mai Nyagato, thank you so much for coming aboard. Mkoma Katiwa, I know I trust Mnamai Guru Padruze Papo. Thank you so much for coming aboard. Okay, you can proceed.
So that alone anditika zvinoreva kuti ticharamba tingori different.
Right.
Then poitawo mamwe ma-issues akaita sekuti we've got different backgrounds as people.
Okay.
Anditi
Kwatinotobva
kwakatosiyana. Vari kubva kwavamareya ndikubva kwachikorona. Makuriro atikati takatita sei akatosiyana.
Umwe ndisamanyika umwe muzezuru.
Ini ndiri muzezuru ndisamanyika. Kune zvinhu zvinogona kunotifananei kunana kumanyika. Zvinogona kunotisiyanei nekuchizezuru. Zvinotisiyanei kumatoko. Zvinotisiyanei kumanderele.
Okay.
Right. So izvo zvekuti we've got ma-backgrounds akasiyana. Makuriro atikati akatosiyana. Or maybe even kana mawaniro ataitoita chaivo akaita sei akasiyana.
And you would realize kuti even kunana Samanyika kwacho munogona kuita different background.
Muri wanasamanyika mese mochiita different background manje kumwe
kwamazobva
kuti kwakatodini kwakatosiyana.
Okay.
Maybe maita masangana emarriage mumwe ari kubva kufamily yaishaya mumwe ari kubva kufamily yaiwana stereke. You find kuti you have differences even by my spending patterns. Let me not go deep into that, but these are the differences that we are talking about.
Okay.
Because of
just leave it there.
Background.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Then we have got different, sometimes my difference that now my religious beliefs.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming from different backgrounds, maybe we are going to different churches. And mamwe anenge ane ma-beliefs ari extreme pakusiyana kwacho.
All right.
Let's say you marry someone who is coming from a church where they say we don't take any medication.
Okay.
Right, that's religion. They don't take any medication.
All right.
Pato ne difference papo. Or maybe tataura Christianity only. Mumwe akakura under Christianity. Mumwe akakura vari under our traditional religion.
Okay.
And the one coming from traditional religion, because that's normal to that person.
Okay. No background yake.
So we now have two different religions.
What do you want flesh?
Vaita one flesh.
One of my backgrounds are
because people might ask, but you know what to say about munhu akakurira vachitaka kuti zvekunanga what. Let's say mwana kana ari mumba haana choice.
Okay.
Inini my kids will go where I'm going to church.
Right.
But ndamukudze momo anogona kuzodecide later on akura kuti anonda akuenda kwakati.
Saka zvinenge zvitori maari
kuti watoita meet this person asisiri uku.
Batakambenga
ariko. And for some people azvibve zvabuda
ipapo
azvibude ipapo angataka maybe kutanga akumisa iko. So you see those beliefs coming in as well.
Manifest.
Okay. Yes. So I'm just outlining a few differences. I cannot outline them all, but these are some of the differences that we are talking about. That we are saying how do we embrace
the differences.
Saka
munhu atiri kuti chinhu chatiri kuti one flesh ichi chakasiyana.
Chakatosiyana.
Okay.
Biologically chakatosiyana.
Makeup.
Makeup yedu yakatosiyana but we are one.
Kuti zvamunotoprioritize semurume nemukadzi.
Yes.
Zvakatosiyana. Emotional, factual.
Yes. Then another thing chinofuti chinoita chinokonzeresa madifference, or another difference that is there is when you have two people who have different educational levels.
Kutodzidza chaiko.
Level of education inotoenda kuchikoro chaiyo
matosiyana.
Because inotokonzeresa difference pamafungiro amunoita. Let's say mumwe akagumira grade 7 mumwe ndobva aenda kuuniversity.
Okay. Saka zvinotosiyana.
Mafungiro enyu ipapo anogona kusiyana. Maonero enyu certain thing. Just because of education. It cannot be direct. Kuti adai, not kuti munhu aita chidofu or what, but you're saying kuti level of thinking, inogona kutosiyana, being affected by
educational
level of education yakawana munhu.
All right.
Not necessarily kuti tikushora kuti yagumira grade 5 uyadai, but in the sense yekutongoti it comes naturally kuti it affects directly or indirectly, but it affects how a person thinks sometimes. Education. Yes. So my differences will even come because of educational levels attained.
So couples should take note of that. Kuti munhu wangu akambira sei. So that at the end of the day there won't be any squabbles, and try to maybe to build each other, for taking into consideration of those differences.
Yes.
Because maybe it will maybe help on our expectation level. Kuti zvauri kuexpecta kune munhu uri kuziva here background yake in your expectations, because you could be saying kuti munhu wese anofanira kunge achidaro, but maybe you are being unfair kuti iwe uri kufunga mafungire emurume but uyu mukadzi. Who is your partner? If you just tuned in, just type a comment, just indicate where you are watching from, take a friend, invite someone as we proceed. Today we are talking about embracing differences in marriage, where we are being assisted on kuti chinombokonzera ma differences. Chinombokonzera ma differences chi. Saka tabatsirwa panapa kuti kusiyana kwevanhu in different aspects, the way you are raised, educational, kuti murume nemukadzi zvinotoreva kuti we are different. Saka
so our priorities will also differ.
Okay, the priorities will differ.
Have different priorities.
Hey, munenge mauda kudzikisa gecho. Munenge mauda kudzikisa gecho. Taura, you can go ahead.
Okay. From what I was saying, just being two different people,
right?
My priorities
akatosiyana,
but tiri one zve.
But my priorities akasiyana.
We are one flesh.
And it should be embraced.
It should be embraced.
Okay.
And
hazvisi kureva kuti hausi kundida kana kuti hausi kundiremekedza, but takatosiyana.
Tagara takatongodini.
Kuti handisida kuita zvoruda iwe at this time. Hai. Dzikisa yanyu geto. Good people, so we are proceeding from there. This is just a build up to them. We want to outline certain misconceptions that we need to be deliberate about. So tinofanira ku accept ma misconceptions anoitika in marriage. Kuti like what you have outlined, kuti tikatenge tatororana tinenge takuti tanyama imwe chete, but not taking into consideration kuti tiri nyama imwe chete hongo, but we are different. Saka the misconception inde kuti tiri nyama imwe chete, minds should meet at the same time and every time. Ndikada kutoona TV tinofanira kunge tichitoona tese. Tikada kuenda because we are one flesh. So there are a lot of there are some misconceptions atinofanira kuve deliberate about kuti this is not true. It's a misconception. It's a misconception that exists amongst between couples dzinogona kuzokonzeresa kana ukasaita take note of those misconception munozosara makutonetsana. Like for example the same interest tinotofanira kutofarira zvakafanana because taanyama imwe chete. Taamurume nemukadzi, saka we should have the same interest. Ngatingofarireka zvimwe chete, saka ukasada zvandiri kuda hausi kundida. So sorry for that glitchy network. So the first misconception irimo muma marriages, a misconception yekuti we should have the same interest. Okay. But pachokwadi hazvina kuita sekudaro. Hazvina kuita sekudaro. We are different. The fact yekuti we are different, and the fact yekuti tatorezwa sezvanga zvichitsanangura kuti we have got backgrounds akasiyana, we have got educational qualifications dzinogona kunge dzakatosiyana. By virtue of that, it means kuti our interests are different. Saka it's allowable to have ma interests akasiyana, but tichingodanana. Kuti imimi zvamunofarira nezvandinofarira, we can still coexist zvakadaro. And I think sometimes what you are going to be highlighting is that there should be some element of compromise, so that there won't be any problem. Because apana connotation yekuti hausi kuda zvandiri kuda, saka hausi kundiremekedza kana kuti hausi kundida. You are not taking me seriously. But those zvanditori. Those zvanditori. That's the misconception number one. But also I think what we need to highlight is hazvibowi here kuita murume kana kuti mukadzi wakafanana naye in everything. Kuti pesane bvana kuti yes, no, yes. So the reality of the matter is we are different. And it's healthy like that. We still one flesh, but we are different. Number two, we shouldn't fight. we shouldn't fight. I've just said it right there, we shouldn't fight. There is also a misconception, good people, that we shouldn't fight. We shouldn't fight. Atitombofita karwa, atifani kutombofita kapesana. Atitombofita kaita argument. That's a misconception. That's a misconception, because as long as ta outline akuti we are different, we are coming from different backgrounds, saka zvino clash. Zvino clash. The difference there kuti munozo resolve say kana masangana neku clash. How do you handle the fight? But okay, but the fight is imminent. Inogona ngoitika anytime because of the difference yekuti iwo mukadzi ini ndiri murume. Izvozvo zvega. Saka pandunoona muonere wemurume, iwo uri kuona muonere wechikadzi. So sometimes it's normal, those things. It's normal to clash. It's normal to argue. But it depends nekuti mazo handler say fight yaitika. Because what we are saying is that we prioritize things differently. We prioritize differently, and where we are coming from. Kuti unofanira kunge uchidai. I'm wired already. So when we are coming to this place, we can have these arguments. It's very normal to have these arguments. It's very, very normal. But what you need, we will continue to stress that how you resolve your conflict, it's very important. So as a couple, the moment you realize that we are one flesh, we love one another, chandataura kuti tofana kutenga ichi pekutanga. Nechazotaura kuti aiwa ko ichi togotanga kutenga ichi setisina kutenga ichi. Izvozvo zvoti no life yacho. And the variety is the speech of time. Kuti ndoitori life variety ndo zvazvitori kuti I didn't marry myself. I married a different person.
Yes.
Saka we are